Hello, Healthcare Administration Capstone students. This is just a short little introduction to show you some of the resources that we have at the library to help you. I'm going to walk you through some of the best information sources that we have for your topics. I'm going to give you some tips for strategic searching and for how to find the best information online. And then I'm going to tell you some things you can do to get more help. I hope you enjoy and find this useful. Please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Thank you. Today's presentation is about the ways that you can use Hannon Library resources to do research for your Healthcare Administration Capstone project. We're focusing on online resources today. Luckily, Hannon Library has a lot to offer. If you're wondering just what you can access from home, the answer is almost everything. You can download journal articles from our databases. You can request PDFs of articles that we can get for you from other libraries. You can read or download ebooks from our collection, and you can access resources that we have only for this term. You can also get help with research or citations via our online chat service. You can set up an appointment for a Zoom consultation with a librarian. You can get online tutoring in writing or other subjects, and you can browse research guides on healthcare administration resources, on citations, on working remotely, and much more. To get started, go to the Hannon Library website and find the Research Guide for Healthcare Administration. You can use this guide to browse available resources, search for ebooks, and determine which databases are more relevant to your capstone project. Healthcare administration is an interdisciplinary field, so relevant databases fall under a number of different subject areas. To find the research guide for healthcare administration, start on the Hannon Library website, hanlib.sou.edu. Go to where it says Begin Research in your subject area, and then open up the drop-down menu to find Healthcare Administration. Click on it, and you'll be taken to the research guide. You'll see that the research guide starts with a page with links to recent ebooks that may be interesting to you, and a long list of databases that can be used for different healthcare administration topics. Some of these, like ProQuest Central, are interdisciplinary and cover many different disciplines. Others, like EconLit, are specific to a particular academic field. There's also other information on this page that you may find more generally helpful. The second tab in the research guide will give you tips on searching for ebooks in our catalog or searching for academic journal articles in our databases. The third tab gives you links to other related guides that may be useful for you depending on your topic. The last tab has citation help. Now I want to talk about searching databases. You're going to want to start by brainstorming a list of words and their synonyms related to your topic. These will be the keywords you use in your search. If one doesn't yield good results, try an alternate term. For instance, you might try youth, or maybe as an alternative, adolescents, teens, students, or other similar terms. If your keyword term is actually made up of several words, put it in quotation marks so your search will be for that exact phrase. Healthcare workers is an example of this. You would want the search to be for the terms together, not just healthcare or just workers. In order to search for multiple terms or ideas, connect terms using and, or not. These are called Boolean operators, and they allow you to do more sophisticated searches. An example of this would be a search for Hispanic and dialysis and outcomes, which would give you much more focused results than any of these terms individually. Finally, if you use an asterisk in the place of word endings, you can search for plural or related forms of your search term. For example, if you use an asterisk in place of the A-T-I-O-N ending for immunization, your search would include immunize, immunization, immunizations, etc. Once you have run a simple search, you will use filters and limiters to refine your results. A good first step is to limit to scholarly journals or limit to peer-reviewed sources. These are more or less the same thing. If your topic is a current one, or one that has changed significantly in recent years, you may also want to limit by publication date. If your topic is specific to the United States healthcare system, you may want to limit by location as well. Finally, a really good way to refine your results is to browse the subject areas that are included in your search. The list of subjects will allow you to see all the different aspects of your topic that have been researched by other people. This will suggest ways you could focus your topic in a specific direction, and it will give you ideas for other terms to use in later searches. Now let's try this. I'm going to search for the prevention of burnout in healthcare workers. So first I need to decide which databases to search. I'm going to go to the research guide and look at the list of databases. There are quite a few here. I'm not totally sure if this topic falls under psychology, health and wellness, medicine, or something else. So I think I'm going to start with a multidisciplinary database. There are two here, ProQuest Central and Academic Search Ultimate. I think I'm going to try ProQuest Central first. I'm going to type in my terms, burnout and healthcare workers, and they're connected by the word and then I'm going to run my search. I get 165 results. That's not a huge amount, so I may need to try other terms or try another database later. Still, let's see what we got. I'm going to limit to scholarly journals, and that's going to bring my list down to 98 results. Since my list is not too terribly long, I think I'm going to go right to the list of subjects now. It's on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to click on More to see the complete list. Now I can see not only all the different aspects of the topic, like occupational health, quality of life, professional burnout, job satisfaction, and other terms, but I also see other terms I might want to try in other searches, like medical personnel, nurses, physicians, and so on. I'm going to pick several to include and then see what my results look like. How about burnout, nurses, workers, physicians, and maybe professional burnout? I'm going to apply those subjects and see what happens. Now I've got a list of results, and I can see that this third one specifically is addressing interventions to address burnout in healthcare workers. I'm going to click on that one and see what it looks like. At the top, I get the title of the article and also the author and journal information. You'll see that there's also a tab near the top of the page that gives me all the references for this article. That can be very helpful because some of these articles might be ones I want to look at myself later. In the abstract, I've also got a very brief summary of what the article is about, and a long list of subjects. These are terms I might want to try searching myself later. On the right side of the screen, I've also got a list of related articles. Some of these might be very helpful to me as well. If I decide I actually want to read this article, then I'm going to click on Check SOU, which is near the top of the screen right above the Hannon Library logo. It'll take me to our library catalog. And I can see that full text of this article is available from our Wiley database. Even though this article was not available as full text in ProQuest Central, we do have access to it through our Wiley database. This is why I never limit searches to full text, because we have access to lots of things besides what is available as full text within ProQuest Central. Anyway, if I click on the link to Wiley, I'm taken to a place where I can download the PDF of the article to my own computer and read it later at my leisure. Easy! I can now return to ProQuest and keep browsing my results, or maybe try a new search. Now let's say that you've got some resources. Now what? Well, first I have to remind you that you need to cite your sources. All ideas and information that you get from outside sources need to be cited both in the body of your text and at the end of your paper. You should always use the citation style required by your professor, whether it is APA style, MLA style, or another style. Luckily, librarians are available to assist you with questions about citing particular kinds of sources and with formatting citations correctly in any style. You can also visit the guide to Research Paper Basics for more help. It's important to remember that successful research takes a lot of trial and error, and it's okay to ask for help. If you need help with your research, you can use the chat button on the library website to chat with a librarian in real time during our virtual desk hours. You can also use the Ask a Librarian link on the library homepage to send me a question via email. You can also email me directly if you'd like to set up an appointment for a consultation via Zoom, phone, or another format. And if you need writing help, you can get online tutoring in writing from the Writing Center. The link to book appointments for the Writing Center is also on the library website. I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. Good luck with your research!